This Jeep Talk Show episode is brought to you by RealTruck.com. With over 1 million plus parts and accessories for your Jeep, truck, and life, RealTruck.com is home to brands like Rugged Ridge, Havoc Off-Road, Infab, Omix, Alloy USA, and more. Check them all out at RealTruck.com. Adventure doesn't wait for a cracked windshield. Windshield defense by Racing Optics is like a screen protector for your phone. Triple layer, race tested, and installs in just 20 minutes. Save 20% with code JTS20 at windshieldefense.com. The clear choice. Hello, I'm Tony, and welcome to this episode of the Jeep Talk Show. This is our Tuesday flagship episode. Ooh, I think I finally got rid of the roundtable thing I was always trying to say. So on tonight's episode, we're going to have some news stories. We're going to have some interesting opinions on, no, it's not the synthetic line. Some interesting opinions on the Angry Grill. Brace yourself. It's okay. It's fine if you want to do that, but I have an alternative for you. All right, let's get into it. Hey, Jeep fam, let's dive into the topic that we always get in the Jeep community fired up. Custom grills for your JK, JL, or JT. You all have seen those unique grills out there, especially the ones that spark some serious debate, like the Angry Eyes grill. Some of you love the bold vibe it brings, while others, well, let's just say it's not their cup of Jeep. Oh, I see what they did there. And that's what makes our community so great. Everyone's got their own style, and we're all about expressing it. Whether you're rocking that Angry Eyes look for playful roasting or playfully roasting your buddy's rig, it's your Jeep, your rules. Nobody should tell you how to build your ride. Now, some of you might know the backstory behind Angry Eyes Grill. Here's the deal. You can't just make and sell the iconic 7-slot Jeep grill without Jeep's permission. They're super protective of that design, and they're not afraid to throw down in court. In fact, I believe it was Mopar, maybe Fiat, who took GM to task over the 7-slot grill on the Hummer. That legal battle didn't go Jeep's way, and the Hummer kept its grill, even though the Hummer itself isn't exactly tearing up the trails these days. But let's talk about something fresh in the Jeep world, the new YJL Grill. With those rectangular headlights to give off a serious YJ and XJ vibes. I know somebody's saying shitbox. Why do I want my Jeep to look like a shitbox? Because you're making it look different. It's a nod to history. And frankly, as a Gladiator owner, I kind of like the idea of having something look different than a Wrangler. I'm not driving a Wrangler. I'm driving a Gladiator. But they can't tell it when they're coming down the road, the opposite side of the road, and they're flipping up that Jeep wave to you, and then they want to take it back. Some people don't think the Gladiator is a Jeep. You may be one of them. That's fine. I don't have to. You don't have to get it. I get it. And it's my Jeep, and there you go. That's the same thing with the Angry Eyes grill. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then you do your own thing. All right, so the grill, this YJL grill I'm talking about, first showed up on the Quadratec SEMA build, the YJL, where Greg Henderson from Unofficial Use Only took a LJ and transformed it into a modern-day YJ. You got to see this thing. It's a work of art. Of course, that's all that Greg does is he does art, and he's so persnickety about it. Is persnickety the right word? He's very tedious about how he does his job. And it shows, and the people that he does it for really appreciate it. So this is a killer nod to Jeep's heritage. Since that build, Greg's been hard at work marketing that 7-slot rectangular headlight grill available for all of us. Yeah, it's also called a square headlight. But I don't know about you guys. I mean, I didn't make A's in geometry, but I know the difference between a rectangle and a square. All right, so you might be wondering, wait, why isn't Jeep suing him? Well, that's the kicker. Greg's has gotten Jeep's blessing to make it happen. Want to check it out? You can find out more about the YJL Grill right now by heading over to unofficialuseonly.com. You know, I think it's awesome that we've got folks like Greg Henderson creating ways to customize our Jeeps while still keeping that iconic 7-slot look. For me, that grill is more than just design. It's a badge of honor that screams, this is a Jeep. Whether you're all about that YJL style or sticking with something else, it's about being Jeep proud. Go there, make your rig your own, and let that grill tell the world you're part of the Jeep life. All right, so here's one of my pet peeves. Let the moaning and groaning begin. Side steps on a Jeep. I don't care if it's lifted or not. I moan. I dislike quite a bit side steps on a Jeep. The ones that hang down. The whole idea behind lifting your Jeep is to put larger tires on it. Don't have to, but that's the main reason for it. And it's not just about lifting, about putting bigger tires on there, although it's really cool looking. The bigger tires definitely make the Jeep look cool. It's about raising the low parts of the Jeep up higher. Why do you care? Well, when you go off-road, those low bits is what's going to strike whatever, a tree stump, a rock, whatever, and it's going to keep you from moving forward, or it's going to do some damage while you go up and over it. So that is the reason for the lift and the tires. So now if you put some side steps, usually in the form of a slider, and it's really, I wouldn't call it a slider. Some of them are very, very thin and won't hold the weight of the Jeep. We call them rock sliders because the rock sliders are thick, heavy duty, and will support the weight of the Jeep. And some of these things that have the drop down steps on them, it's nothing but something to catch on low hanging, or not low hanging, but the stuff that's you're trying to go over. Now, I understand many of you will say, I'm not going off road. I don't care. I want the side steps. I've seen side steps on other vehicles, and I want them because I like the look. That's fine. You do that. And not going off road makes sense. However, what happens if you're in an area where there's bad weather, which happens to almost all of us? Maybe it's flooded. Maybe it's not flooded so bad that you can't trek over or trek through, a foot of water, but you can't see what's under the water. And there may be telephone poles. There may be other debris that is going to keep you from moving forward because you can't see it. And you may still get hung up, but you don't want anything that hangs down low to hang you up. I mean, you're in an off-road capable Jeep. Technically, you're still on the road, but you're in a serious situation where the road has become off-road rated. And now, because of getting the rock rails, I'm still saying stuff that it's much heavier duty than the things that come with side steps. By the way, they don't make rock sliders and rock rails with steps. They don't, because those two things just don't go together. One is diametrically opposed to the other. Do yourself a favor. Buy a nice set of rock sliders. You don't have to spend a bunch of money. Buy yourself a nice set of rock sliders. You buy it once, and then that way, whenever you come to your senses and get the rock sliders, the proper rock sliders, you don't have to try to sell those side steps that only the uninitiated will want. Have to sell it on Marketplace. The people that come by and say, "Hey, is it still available?" I can give you $5 for that, even though you're asking, $100 or something. It's just a pain in the ass. So, yeah, I understand zero intention of going off road. Maybe you love the look, open air freedom of the Jeep, but the fact is it's a Jeep, and then something happens. The Jeep bug bites. You start thinking, well, maybe I'll try a little off-road after all. And suddenly those side steps, they're not looking so practical anymore. But you do what you want to do. We certainly don't mind you enjoying your Jeep however you want to enjoy it. All right, so have you guys heard about the Jeep Gladiator 4xe? A plug-in hybrid version of a midsize pickup is set to launch in 2025 as a 2026 model year vehicle. Here's the latest news based on available information. Jeep CEO Antonio Filosa, I believe, confirmed the Gladiator 4xe in a LinkedIn post in May of 2024, with production slated to begin in Q1 of 2026 at Toledo Assembly Complex in Ohio. The vehicle is expected to hit the lots in 2025, though an exact release date remains unspecified. Powertrain details. The Gladiator 4xe is expected to share the same plug-in hybrid powertrain as the Jeep Wrangler 4xe. Makes sense. Featuring the 2.0-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine paired with an electric motor. The current Wrangler 4xe delivers 375 horsepower and 475 foot-pound of torque, with an estimated 22 miles of electric-only range. For 2026, both the Gladiator and Wrangler 4xe are rumored to receive an upgraded ZF HP80PH. Got your pencil ready? 8-speed automatic transmission with a 215 horsepower, 332 foot-pound electric motor, potentially improving acceleration, fuel economy, and electric range up to 31 miles. However, some reports suggest the powertrain may remain unchanged. All right, so as far as what the market can expect, the Gladiator 4xe aims to boost Jeep's declining sales, which peaked at 89,712 units in 2021, but dropped to under 33,000. Ooh, my goodness. By August 2024. I think it has a lot more to do than it just being the Gladiator. Gladiator is a fantastic vehicle. I absolutely love mine. And I wouldn't, if I had the money, I'd buy me another one. My wife would drive this one, although I'd have to peel the sticker off. She doesn't like the Jeep Taxa sticker on there. She says, "Oh, can't we just have it a little longer without that big sticker on it, so it'll be nice?" I beg your pardon. All right, so anyway, the Wrangler's 4xe success as best-selling PHEV in the U.S. for 4 years suggests strong potential for the Gladiator variant, though its higher price point, likely starting above the Wrangler's 4xe, $50,695, may deter budget-conscious buyers. The UAW Local 12 president expressed frustration over the delayed launch, believing it could revitalize demand. Yeah, I'm sure they're I'm sure they're concerned about making Jeeps. I don't know. I think that whenever they went in there and went on strike, it was not good timing. All right, features and colors. The Gladiator 4xe will likely include features like active cabin ventilation, allowing preconditioning via Jeep Connect app. Oh, that's interesting. So you can turn the air conditioner on. I guess that's what it's saying. I'll have to find out more about that. You can turn on the air conditioning before you go out and get into the vehicle. Of course, you can do that now with a remote start. The new 2025 model year colors such as Juice, love you, OJ, and Mojito, which is a green color, may be available through those specific color options for the 4xe are unconfirmed. So Stellantis, I like that, production cuts, including shift to a single shift at the Toledo plant and 1,139 layoffs starting January 5th, 2025, reflecting declining Gladiator demand and tariff-related parts shortages. These factors could impact the 4xe's rollout. Additionally, a recall affecting 11,554 Gladiators from 2020 through 2024. Ooh, that's mine. For instrument cluster issues may raise quality concerns, though it doesn't directly involve the Gladiator 4xe is poised to be the first plug-in hybrid pickup in the U.S., filling a unique niche. But its success will depend on its price, market reception, and Stellantis' ability to navigate production challenges. So you can just go online and get more details about the Gladiator 4xe. All right, so when offices and schools closed in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the overland scene exploded seemingly overnight. Pent-up families hit the road in droves, turning to nature to ease the stresses of the unexpected lifestyle changes. The off-grid industry reacted by pumping out multitudinous, I don't know what the hell that word is, rigs, trailers, vans, and gears. Times were good, but there was a looming question. What would the scene look like 5 years later? Based on two recent Overland Expos, the inaugural Overland Expo in SoCal, Costa Mesa, California, and the California Overland Adventure and Power Sports Show in Pomona, California, it seems the market has stabilized nicely after its initial boom. Companies have refined their products and customers honed in on their needs. The results? More innovation and tons of selection. Now, this is straight from a blog at realtruck.com. You can read more just by going to realtruck.com/blog and looking for 14 Overland trends. All right, so what is a Jeep? Sure, we could geek out over fenders, tubs, nuts, and bolts, but what does Jeep mean to you? I'll never forget when I first started noticing that folks were driving back in the day. You know, I was brand new to driving and seeing all the choices are out there. Of course, when you're a kid, you think, you know, it's a possibility that you can have whatever vehicle you want. And then reality sets in. It set in for me for a 1973 Pontiac Ventura with a 3-speed manual, 250 6-cylinder, and no power steering and no power brakes. It was a manual, of course. And it was great. I loved it. My chest was so tight from turning that steering wheel without the power steering. I loved that car. It was great. Oh, and by the way, I could get it up to 105.6 miles per hour. I'm guessing on the 0.6 while going to school on Highway 225 between Baytown and Deer Park. I think the statute of limitations has expired. I hope so. All right, so I'll never forget when I first started noticing what folks were driving. Back in the day, AMC cars caught my attention. The Pacer, the Gremlin, the Matador. I had to look up the Matador. I don't remember the Matador. The Pacer, absolutely. God, what an ugly vehicle. And the Gremlin. I remember the Gremlin because my mom had a Gremlin. And that was the first vehicle that I drove that wasn't the vehicle in the student driving lessons that I was taking. So funny though. I've mentioned this before. The instructor said that when we were getting on the highway, getting on I-10, merging into the traffic, he told me that the accelerator was either off or completely on to the floor. I enjoyed accelerating. That car didn't accelerate very well, but damn it, I was going to accelerate. It was a lot of fun. It was funny watching the girls. They were much more timid and they had to be told to speed up and match the speed of the vehicles on the highway. I think some people still need that to learn that lesson. Anyway, it's better to go fast because it's easier to slow down to match in to the gaps that are in the on the right lane there than it is to go slow and try to speed up and fill a gap or make somebody stop or slow down. It's just nuts. I had one person stop on the acceleration lane and I was driving my 83 truck, 4-inch lift 37s and not really good brakes. Man, I thought I was going to plow into the back of that lady. It was just so stupid. I was accelerating. I wasn't watching. Who would expect somebody to stop on an acceleration lane for a highway? All right, so the Matador, not going to lie, they weren't exactly stealing the show. My mom had a baby powdered blue Gremlin. And again, my first ride that I didn't drive it a lot, but that's what I drove whenever I was able to drive anywhere. But then there was the Jeep. It wasn't a car. It wasn't a truck. It was something else entirely. It stood out as bold and unique. Growing up, I didn't know anyone with a Jeep. I'd spot them cruising through my hometown or in a magazine ad, usually some guy tearing it up on a beach or deep in the woods. That's when it hit me. A Jeep meant freedom. Freedom to ditch the rules of the road, ignore the stay on your side signs, and just go where your heart takes you. A Jeep wasn't just a vehicle. It was a statement about who you are. That's what a lot of folks don't get until they own one. Your Jeep, how you mod it, lift it, deck it out, is a reflection of you. It's your personality on four wheels. I fell in love with the idea of owning a Jeep back in 1977, but the insurance costs, ouch, couldn't swing it. So I ended up with a truck that I loved, but eventually I got my hands on a 1998 Jeep Cherokee. That's when Jeep became more than a dream. It became my passion. my hobby, and now this show. So whether you're a Jeep owner or dreaming of becoming one, I want to hear from you. What does Jeep mean to you? Call in, drop us a message, and let's talk about that Jeep life. If you don't have one yet, what are you waiting for? Get out there, grab a Jeep, and join the adventure.
From the mind of Nikki G.
Hey, this is Nikki G, and I'm glad Roger and Greg made it to SEMA safely riding mopeds. Man, that's a feat. I wouldn't do that. Although I am upset that nobody calls Greg Professor Unofficial, because the dude just knows everything. And I'm just going to edit it because I can't do another take. I just came back from physical, and the doctor said I need to stop eating fatty things. I said, like, bacon and eggs? And he says, no, fatty, stop eating things. Yeah, can we do better than that? Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Why is Cinderella so bad at soccer? She keeps running away from the ball.
Siri, you suck.
I'm just trying to do my job. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
Can you order me a bagel? Cream cheese? Yeah, just like every other woman in my life. All right, boys and girls, I'll chat you later, and you have a good one. Bye.
We really appreciate Nikki G. It isn't always hilarious, but it's always funny. I mean, funny can be odd, right? Yeah, it definitely can. Good job, Nikki G. We appreciate you. Hey, Jeep Talk Show fans, it's another year. It's already flown by. It was just a year ago that we were doing the fourth annual Jeep Talk Show off-road adventure here in Texas. And actually, for the past 4 years, we've been tearing it up at Hidden Falls Adventure Park near Austin, Texas. But this year, the JTS crew decided to switch things up and make it easier for our listeners traveling across the country, people out of state, out of Texas. So we're headed to Hot Springs Off-Road in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Mark your calendars for June 7th. That is this weekend. Want to roll in early? Come on out. And on the 6th, you probably won't get there on the 6th anyway, at least by the evening, and look for Rick and Glenn to get the lowdown on what's happening and when. Oh, and don't forget to snap plenty of pics and videos. And when you share them, tag us with hashtag Jeep Talk Show or my favorite pound Jeep Talk Show. It's because you care. Let's make this event one for the books. And if you don't know about our Discord server, getting on this Discord server now is probably a good idea so that you can have easy communications with all the other Jeep people out there at the event. So just go to jeeptalkshow.com/contact and look for the Discord invite. It's just a texting, 24/7 texting server. You can post up your messages. You can post up pictures. It's a great place to go and post, where the hell are you guys? Hey, did this Jeep Talk Show episode get your ear engine roaring? Show us some love by dropping a 5-star rating and a blazing review on your go-to podcast platform. It's your way to help us expand the Jeep family. Keep the adventure rolling by hitting follow on social media and joining our newsletter crew for the hottest Jeep updates, unmissable events, and more. Got a burning question or a wild idea for our next episode? Fire it over to us at jeeptalkshow.com/contact. Thanks for cruising with us, and get ready for more thrilling journeys ahead. You hear all that hesitation I do? My mom was kind of worried about that back when I was, 8, 9, 10 years old. And the delivery doctor said that because I didn't get oxygen immediately after I was born, it may have caused a little brain issue. So feel bad for me. Oh, also see my dad dropped me on my head when I was just a baby. It's one of those two things.
Broadcasting since 2010.
You're my friend. You're my new friend.